So it looks like scalpers are at it again, ruining people's fun, turning smiles into frowns, this time for the Hololive English All for One concert. This concert was announced on the 15th of June, and it will be taking place on August 23rd to August 24th at the Radio City Music Hall in New York City. But when the pre-sale started and tickets became available on Ticketmaster, scalpers bought up as many of the tickets as they could and started to resell them at exorbitant markups. This fan here said, "I wasn't able to get tickets to All for One in the confusions of multiple pre-sales, and then to no one's surprise, scalp tickets are already on StubHub for thousands of dollars. Very tough to see." And we can see the markups are pretty crazy. I think that these tickets are supposed to be selling for 160 to 180. Yeah, when I look on the Hololive website for this All for One concert, I'm seeing front orchestra 160 USD, middle orchestra 150, rear orchestra 135, and rear second 95. That is a lot lower than the prices I'm seeing in this image right here. Those prices are nowhere to be found. Some of these seats are over $1,000. The lower end ones, like all the way in the back, are still $450. This is brutal, man. And I think the talents have all become aware that this is happening. Kiara having a very nice message to the scalpers out there. And she's right. I mean, we're talking about the prices of these tickets going up 5 to 10 times what they're retailing for. That's just a scummy move by the scalpers, people who aren't really fans of Hololive and they don't really care about this event, but they know that fans will really want to go, and there's not that much time between now and the actual concert, so they're going to grab as many tickets as they can, probably using bots, and then go sell them for 10x markups. But that's not the only thing. There's also some infighting with the Hololive fan base over people who are gathering to collect as many tickets as they can, hoarding a bunch of tickets and prioritizing specific fan bases when it comes to selling them. A portion of tickets for the Hololive All for One concert went away swiftly because of the Hackos Bales fan Discord organizing a massive buyout for themselves. And we can see in this post here the screenshots, a message saying, "I'm incredibly proud of our brats for pulling off this massive achievement. Honestly, after yesterday's result, my confidence dropped quite a bit. My initial expectation was 200 tickets at most. Then after Friday, I thought we'd be extremely lucky if we even ended up with 100. So getting to this 450 is huge, and it's all thanks to everyone who pulled through. The fact that we had so many people open up their wallets and buy over $1,000 worth of tickets just to sell them back to brats at cost is incredible. This selflessness is what us brats in this community is all about. I bet Bae would be proud of us if she ever hears about this down the line, because I know I am. Today is a day to celebrate. Pat yourselves on the back for contributing to the war effort. We'll party even harder doing ANYC weekend because this is a massive brats W." And then here's more posts from the Discord. "Keep the topic on planning and get the brats up to date with info. We don't care about crash outs. In fact, we want more people screwed from this because it means we have better chances. Remember, this is a war. Play to win. Other Holo fans are brothers and sisters, but if there's one cookie or french fry left, you bet your ass we're eating it. On the plus side, we don't have to fight chumbuds, saplings, humans, or teammates for tickets this year." Now that's just a low blow, man. Then this person made a priority order for selling the tickets back to the fans. First, our brats involved in the war room who were able to buy tickets. Second, our brats involved in the war room who were not able to buy tickets. Now, I'm kind of confused about what those points mean. I mean, starting with the war room, I'm not sure if that's like a channel within their server. But then in point 1, if they already were able to buy tickets, then why would they need more tickets for redistribution? Point 3, brats in this server. Point 4, brats in other servers. And point 5, other Hololive fans. All tickets provided by brats here are going to be sold at cost to fellow brats and fans. No one makes a profit during this whole operation. 100% of our tickets go to fans and not to scalpers. So these guys, in order to combat scalpers, basically grabbed as many tickets as they possibly could, which I would imagine the vast majority of them bought the tickets at cost as fast as they could, maybe using bots themselves, hoarding these tickets so that they could decide their own arbitrary distribution that would go back to the fans, with Bae fans that were involved in this whole thing being first class, and fans of other Hololive members pretty much being second class citizens. That's what I'm gathering from this. Pretty much this guy shares my thoughts. So in order to combat scalpers, they're doing what scalpers do do, except it's ethical. I wonder what their Oshi would think of this. Well, Salted Bread here seems to be very convinced that Bay would be proud of them for doing this. I'm not sure why they're celebrating it though. I mean, you could just buy the amount of tickets that you needed. I imagine that there was a lot of other people trying their hardest to buy the tickets as soon as they could. So competing with other Hololive fans who are just going to grab way more tickets than they need and then distribute them specifically to Bay fans seems a little bit messed up, I'm not going to lie. Now obviously this probably would not be happening at all if it weren't for these scalpers who are going to buy the tickets for $160 and then try to resell them for $1,000, but it doesn't mean that these guys are cool for going in and hoarding as many tickets as humanly possible and then trying to resell them at cost, which I guess that's fair. It's not a markup, but they're selling them specifically to their own fan base, the Hackos Bales fans. And we can clearly see that a lot of people disagree with this move and don't really think that Bay would be proud of them at all. And I do think that these guys definitely screwed over some genuine Hololive fans who were trying to buy themselves tickets, because if we're being honest, I imagine the vast majority of people who participated in this were not buying tickets from scalpers for $1,000 just so that they could sell them at $160 for a massive loss. I know that there are some Holo fans that are rich out there, but probably not too many. So what these guys effectively did is they rushed to buy as many tickets as they could at sale price and pretty much stole a ticket from somebody who was trying to do the same thing, and now that ticket probably won't go to that person because they're not a Bay fan that's in the Discord. This post here says, I think this behavior creates adversity between fan groups, which is not good for Holo. Look at this guy gloating over beating other fans. Imagine if every fan court started behaving this way, there'd basically be no tickets for anyone not part of a ticket cartel. But not everybody shares that perspective, like this person, saying, what's the problem? They're buying tickets for fans and it's non-profit. Sounds like the exact opposite of scalpers. So it's a little bit nuanced here. Obviously, I don't think any of this would be happening if it hadn't been for the scalpers doing what they do in the first place and driving up the price 5x, 10x what the normal prices are supposed to be. I just hope as many real fans as possible are able to get tickets and go to this event if they're planning to do so. And screw scalpers, they are in the business of ruining everyone's fun. But that's all I have for this video. I'll make an update if anything new happens in this situation. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.